introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New England Patriots and the Dallas Cowboys. Oh, and how about this? An onside kick to start the game. And this is secured by the Patriots. So an onside kick fail in the first quarter. Not sure I completely see the logic there.
It's not apparent, is it? You almost have to go deeper, I think, and maybe if we try and work along with them and speculate a little bit here, they must feel like they need to steal possessions in this game. That maybe they don't match up possession for possession with the opposite team. They got to steal it and try and gain an advantage, and they tried. They just didn't get it done.
Now a carry for White, and very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll run it now out of the gun. White. Now White lost the football. The 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Julian Edelman, his second touchdown on the season. And the Pats have taken the early lead.
I'm glad we were paying attention during the rules seminar because we learned the only time you can't advance a fumble like that is in the last 2 minutes of either half.
Right. Other than that, if that ball's out, whether forward or backwards, it's live and free for anybody.
No doubt about it. When you say free, that means he's got free reign to pick it up and go. That's exactly what happened there. Took it in for a touchdown.
Returnable here for Davis. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. On first down, Allen. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes.
And so much for that great field position to start the game. Now they're way behind the sticks. Can't wait to see what their second down call is going to look like now.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17. To throw, it's Allen. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shoot.
And he's into the clear. The 30, 10, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Michael Gallup, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying the football game. Extra point right down the middle, and we are tied at 7. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So the Patriots coming out now. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for. Is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay. I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
You know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's two different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. That goes as a gain of 11 and a Patriot first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Right back to him on first down. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Brady to throw on second down. And he whips that one incomplete there. Looking for his all-pro tight end, Rob Gronkowski. Down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense if that fell harmlessly to the ground. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
And he's got some space here. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
I think the last two plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those two that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. So a good spin move there before he's taken down. A nice little gain. It's a gain of 9 yards, and it'll be second and about a yard. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. His first catch, good for 9 and a first down. They go play action here on first down. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Again, they'll throw with Allen. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Michael Gallup, his second touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Cowboys are in for 6. Still first quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to him. Or you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up to at least try and discourage them from throwing the ball to him.
The Patriots offense now, they work their way back onto the field. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
Now Brady gets away with one. Lucky, could have been intercepted, but it falls to the ground. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. They'll run for the first time with Sony Michel. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
By 20! By 20!
Now Brady. That's Cordero Patterson hauling it in. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down. On 4th down on now is the lefty Ryan Allen. And now on 4th and 1, it's a fake. And the gamble pays off. They get the first. So they get the first down. Maybe not a huge play in terms of yardage, but the fake punt does the job. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now a 1st down carry. It's Michel. Room to run past midfield. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. That goes as a gain of 11 and a Patriot 1st down.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
Now Brady. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they're throwing an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
So after the INT, it's Allen. Throwing the slot pattern here complete. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down.
Watch it now, Barney!
Sitting alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Throwing on 1st down is Allen. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jason McCourty. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
You're looking there, the defensive back was maybe a step slower than he was when he came into the league a decade ago. I know I questioned his speed coming into the game, but what he's lost in speed, he's more than made up for it with intellect. And that's a great job of knowing how to position himself to make that interception.
Oh, now he bowls him over. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a 1st down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Brady now on 1st down. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. Give him 8 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down. Now a play fake. Brady. He's going to fire one deep. And Brady going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off down at the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Looking here for Smith downfield. And incomplete there, almost picked off. That's one you maybe expect your roaming free safety to come up with. But it's 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Allen to throw. Going to throw again. And he's going to be taken down. Sacked back at the 2.
All right, let's go ahead and detail this situation here. 3rd and long coming up. Back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle?
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter because you don't want him backed up where he has to alter what he does.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. And the trick play doesn't work. Good reaction there defensively, and it'll be fourth down. Taken right around the 44. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Patriots will have great starting position as they take over 1st and 10. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. A give, this is Michelle. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
On 2nd down, Michelle, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Following the penalty, Michelle. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down. They'll try and run for it. Here's Michelle. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave them with a 4th down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
And Gostkowski's kick is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So a good kick there, and they put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the throw.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow. Not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
Leopard! Watch him now, Barney! Barney!
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Jason McCourty. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Patriot defense has a touchdown.
Now that was a beautiful play. A pick 6. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
What, you mean with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
Gostkowski the extra point, and it's now 17-14. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal in the big...
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Devin McCourty picks it on. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half. And you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest. We're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next year?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here. But he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit.
This is Michelle on the counter. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Brady's throw on third down there is incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The offense for the Cowboys now working their way back onto the field. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. And throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. Now Allen. He's going to look deep down the field. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a fourth pick. And it's third down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. And now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he'll kick it away for the second time. Fielded at about the 28. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Patriots take over. Brady and the Patriots now 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Throwing on first down is Brady. Wide open, Gronkowski. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Brady 4 out of 10 throwing the ball in this first half, but he's got a first down here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get it down inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
So after the penalty, now they need just a yard on second down. Here's Brady to throw. And Gronkowski's got it complete over the middle. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Brady to Gronkowski for the Patriot first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw it, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Here's Brady, and his throw here's incomplete. Philip Dorsett, the intended receiver, and that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
All defenders get tired of hearing about their lack of hands and why they're playing defense instead of offense, but in this situation, it was the hands that made the play. Batting the ball away on an attempted touchdown pass, excellent job, way to knock it down.
Throwing now is Brady. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. And Gostkowski's kick is good. And that will make this a 9-point lead. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that. And we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
19 seconds showing to play in the half as they come up here 1st and 10. They start on the ground with Elliott. And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. On second down, here's Allen. And he goes down. It's a Patriot sack. Dante Hightower. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Cowboys now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works.
Blue 90. All right, now look at 56. Look at...
First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. Dancing to his left. And some room to maneuver. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable second and short.
Lucky 56.
On second down, Elliott. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
And a little spin cycle, room to run now. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. It's a big play for the Cowboys on third. 47 yards.
Leopard. Detroit.
From the gun, it's Allen. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Michael Gallup from 4 yards out. And the Cowboys have cut it to within a score. A little surprising they wouldn't go for 2, but this is up and good. And the lead is down to 2. So the lead shaved to 2 now as the kickoff is away. On the return, here's the dangerous Cordero Patterson. Cordero Patterson! He's at the 40. And what a return. He's all the way down to the 30.
Forget the idea of flipping the field. They have now put themselves in a position to score points with that big-time return.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. A little antsy on the left side of the line.
Yeah, I think they got the guy in the end. I think they got the DN there on that one, and let's face it, he is so amped up, wanting to get a good get-off on the snap. Jump too quickly.
A boost here to start the drive. After the penalty, it's 1st and 5. To throw, it's Brady. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
On the handoff, it's Michelle. They find some open field here. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
Sometimes those lines that are drawn on a grease board or in a playbook, they come to life out on the field, don't they? And we just saw down that outside handoff to the right.
That right tackle, he gets excited for that call, doesn't he?
He does, because he just wants to dominate his guy and say, listen, I was the point of attack. I took care of business. That's why you're able to get downfield and add all those yards to your total.
Yeah, really nice gain there. That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone, trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
2nd and goal from the 1. Brady's going to sneak it, and he is in. Touchdown, New England. Tom Brady with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Patriots add 6 to their lead. So with 2nd and goal, still had a couple of downs to work with. They tried to sneak, and they got in.
I like the idea that they did it early in the down and distance count. 2nd down as opposed to waiting later on. I think it fooled them a little bit, but how about the push they got up front to get the quarterback through?
Big push and a touchdown to boot. And out now come the Cowboys. They did what they had to do to start this 3rd quarter. Went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Well, I guess we just discovered that someone is certainly not going to sit back and just take it in this game, huh?
No, they were trying to get that touchdown back in one shot.
One shot, trying to help out his defense and let the other team know they were coming after him.
Allen going to throw. Airing it out deep for Smith. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Cowboys. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Cowboys draw a bit closer. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And they finally get to him, but not before he's past the 45 to the 46-yard line.
Now, that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
So Brady and the Pats take over 1st and 10 at their own 46. Now Brady. Over the middle, that's taken in by Gronkowski. And he's got this down to the 35. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. Brady to Gronk. You think these two are in sync?
Without a doubt. And look, they both understand what they can do for each other. Gronk knows if he gets open, the ball's going to be there. And Tom Brady knows what a great security blanket Gronk is. When all else fails, you find big 87.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
Again, it's Michelle. They'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
So, Brandon, when this offense gathers together to watch tape for this game, they're going to be feeling pretty good about themselves until the coaches get upset about the play we just saw. But you know their defense is going to be. But we put up big points all game long. The defense is going to win one every now and then.
Brady now to throw. Quickly to Gronkowski. That's caught. And he'll go down at the 28. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job here of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. So making 4 out of 4 now in the field goal department, and he's able to extend their lead.
When drives are bogged down, he's been automatic out there. So nice to have a kicker you can count on to put points on the board.
Now the Cowboys offense heads back onto the field, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Well, right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit, because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
Now he's flushed out left, and he'll go down right around the 47 this time. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
They'll pitch it out to Elliott. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off, and try and chip someone at the second level.
Flushed out right. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now second down.
Well, to say that this has not been his game is probably a big understatement. I mean, he is all over the place. Mechanics are off, not accurate, except if you're playing on defense, because they picked off a good number of passes.
Yeah, all the INTs, but they're throwing it off his back foot. Pressure coming, just chucking it downfield. He can't do that right now. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. Brady and the Patriots now 1st and 10 at their own 44. The drive starts with a run by White. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. That one good for 12 yards. And that is going to set up a 3rd and 1. He may try and run for this. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. Here we go with Michelle. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. They'll run it now out of the gun. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. Now he'll throw with Brady. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. A perfectly executed crossing route. On third down, Michel. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. The gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what we said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3 and out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down it.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. On the ground, Michel. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. And credit the tackle to Taco Charlton with a stop. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is third and long. To throw is Brady. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This from 54 yards away. And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here first and 10. He'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A really good pickup of 28 yards. This quarterback now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. First and 10. They'll look to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. A gain of 4 on the play, and it'll bring up a second down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. He's back to throw. A dump off to Elliott. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. And now all of a sudden the shoe's kind of on the other foot. Maybe you pull the reins back here a bit?
Yeah, a little bit because you got to make sure that you don't score too quickly.
Back to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Bucky Hodges, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Cowboys have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come. To throw is Allen. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Devin McCourty picks it off. The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. And he takes it all the way back. It's a pick two, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way. So we're back to a one-point game now as the kickoff comes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. They're up by one. They have the football. The key here, just don't do anything silly, right, Charles?
That's exactly right. You know, all the admonitions as they ran out there. Take care of the ball. Secure everything. Be tight in everything that you do. No let up. No crazy plays. And they can go home with a victory.
Let's see here if they can do all those things and hang on to this victory. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And they're going to try to eat some clock with Michel. And he'll get this up to about the 40. And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game. Now Michel. And some room to work. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column. Well, I know at points in this one you wanted to close your eyes because of all the points that were being put on the scoreboard. You're a defensive guy, but it was a fun little track meet, wasn't it?
It was, and you know the people really enjoyed this game? They're the ones that like going to batting practice at the Major League Baseball parks, right? Seeing the 14-11 game, that sort of deal. That's right up their alley with what we saw in this one.
So for the Pats, it's a second win on the